It's time to turn your life-challenging moments into life-changing messages. Welcome to the Power Lift Stories podcast, where we are interviewing women whose stories will leave you lifted up, fired up, and fueled up with hope, courage, and inspiration. We want to thank our sponsor, Powerful Journey, who helps women tell their stories, write their books, and building a profitable brand around both. Join the masterclass or the Speakers Academy at phyllisjenkins.com. That is PhyllisJenkins.com. Now here's your host, Phyllis Jenkins.
Hello, everyone. And I know that you have heard the phrase, let's have a fireside chat. Well, today we are having a post-conference chat, a chat with our newest Powerful Journey authors, and they are published authors who just came off the runway of speaking at the Powerful Journey Women's Conference this past weekend. And what a amazing weekend we had. So ladies, I'm going to allow you now to please, I'm going to invite you to unmute yourselves. And if you would just introduce yourself, tell the title of your book, and we'll get this chat started. Faye Curtis, you're up in the top, so let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Faye Curtis. My book is The Two of Us, and it's in A Sister's Love.
Very good. Miss Pat.
I do apologize. I have to run and get my book, but my book is called Memoirs That Made Me: A Journey Toward Healing.
All right, that's Miss Patricia Banks. She's going to go and grab her book real fast. Miss Denicia.
I sure
My name is
Sterling, Phyllis. Phyllis, I'm sorry, Sterling.
Yes, thank you for correcting me, Miss Patricia Sterling.
And my name is Danicia Forrester, and my book is Don't Believe the Chatter.
Very good. And last but certainly not least, Miss Betty.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Werner. They call me Betty. My book is called Heaven Through Her Eyes.
Very good. All right. Have some.
Hey,
all right, Miss
my
Patricia
book.
Sterling. All right.
Yay!
It made me a journey toward healing. Thank you.
Great, great, great. So let's start this chat. We just had our 2-day Powerful Journey Women's Conference, and each of you were our speakers and workshop leaders. So let's just hear your experience, and I'm just going to let you jump in. Not all at once.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
I'll start. Anyway, yes, the conference was everything I expected it to be. It was positive. It was full of love. Everybody looked beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The messages. Oh, and Miss Donicia. Ooh, girl. I love the way you presented. And you also, Faye and Betty as well. I mean, the personalities fit the titles of the book. So I guess that's why, we gave our books certain names that fits our personality. So I was really excited. I was really happy. I met a lot of new people, great connections, and everybody was just in a good mood. I was in the conference last year and I felt excited. It was awesome. And it's a repeat. It's a repeat. As long as you're around people that are wanting to be there and wanting to share and wanting to give of themselves, it's always a great feeling. So I had an absolute awesome time.
And I must tell you that I received a message from one of our virtual guests who said that Patricia Sterling knocked it out of the park. So I just wanted to share that with you live.
Well, thank you, whoever that person is. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm glad you attended. It's awesome.
Great.
I'd like to just say one more quick thing.
Sure.
Under Phyllis's direction, she prepares us for these conferences and helps us and supports us through our journey. But I tell you, it was also a learning experience. So I got to learn more and more about what to do, what not to do, and how to do it. So it was just great all the way around. I loved it.
We had a lot of teachable moments, so that's great. That is great.
Ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Who else wants to jump in there?
I'll go.
All right.
I just want to say that the conference not only exceeded everybody's expectations, but the level of excellence that was brought to the table, as far as everyone being prepared and everyone just jumping in, and even the practice we had on Thursday night with the pink carpet and trying to get a rhythm together. And it was just amazing to be in sync and to be one with God, because essentially what we were doing, we were one with God and showing people no matter what, you always have people surrounding you that are praying for you, that are lifting you up. So some of the stories were amazing, but I believe and I know that everybody that came to the conference walked away with their head held high and felt God's presence and love to know that they too can survive anything that they're going through. You just gotta tap into those resources, dig into your toolbox, get those scriptures out, and stay focused. So I would like to say thank you, Miss Phyllis, because without you challenging us to get these books, we wouldn't have been where we were. So,
well, congratulations. I'm on assignment, so I'm doing what God has called me to do. And Faye, let me tell you, you had the audience rolling with that butter story. And I am sure that no one will look at a stick of butter and not think of Faye Curtis. So
that's true.
I think, Faye, actually, I believe that you touched on almost every emotion. You had us laughing, you had us tears running, even at the beginning, you had us in suspense because we were waiting to hear what you were going to say next. So, job well done.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I also want to say that the teens that were there that came to see Haley were so touched and so blessed with just being able to come to everybody's table. I watched a few of them, and I don't know if Pat, if you know that there was a young lady that she kept coming back to your table, but she couldn't find you. But she made a point to make sure that she found you, and she made sure that she went to every author's table and got a book. And she said, I'm going to take a picture with everybody's book and I'm going to send it to everybody. So that was amazing. Just
that
for
speaks
them,
volumes.
Right. Yeah. For them to want to take the time, one, to be still and read it. So it did.
Outstanding. Mr. Nicia.
I would say I had such a good time. It was my family came out. I was sharing experience with friends, and just to have that platform. And my sister, who flew in from New Orleans with her husband, she said she's been to a book signing, but this was the best.
Oh,
She
great.
is. She really enjoyed herself. So thank you, Phyllis, for going out on a limb and doing what you do. Continue to do you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Miss Betty Warner. Betty flew in from Florida, and this was so great to finally all be together live in person, because
Yes.
over the past month, we were doing virtual classes, and for us all to finally be together, there was just such camaraderie. There was love. You could just feel the energy from
You did.
you. And although we were still, social distancing as best we could with our masks when we weren't speaking, you could still feel the hugs, the squeezes, and the love. So great day. All right, Miss Betty.
Well, I have to say that for me, it was an experience of a lifetime. It's something I will never ever forget, and something that I want to plan to do every year, because not only did I feel empowered by all the women there speaking, I felt embraced by everybody. Like if I had always been there, and I'm blessed that I made new sisters in Christ, and that I know that, no matter what we go through, we have each other too,
That's true.
It's like a new family. The experience was a class act experience. I went with no expectation, but what I received was volumes. At night when I went to bed, I just, digested everything that was spoken. You could feel the presence of the Holy Spirit there with the prayer. He was present there for sure. It was tangible. It was in the heart and in the voices of everyone that spoke. And for me, it was truly an amazing experience. One that I will never forget.
Eddie, we were so excited that you were able to come and visit and come and be there. And Betty's best friend came from Austin to support and cheer her on.
Yes. She's an amazing friend. She drove 4 hours so that I wasn't alone. And she's my biggest fan. She was my catalyst in getting to connect with you, Phyllis. And I don't know what I would have done without you, Phyllis, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be where I am today. And I owe you immense gratitude. I will definitely pass this knowledge forward to anyone and everyone that I know is wanting to use their voice to give God the glory. I'll definitely pass your name on for sure.
Amen. Well, you're right. To God be the glory. And this is a great time for me to just say to our podcast listeners that we have a new Authors Academy that will be kicking off on Sunday, April 25th from 3 to 5, and it is a virtual class. If you are interested in jumping in, please send me either DM me or send an email to Phyllis at phyllisjenkins.com. That's PHYLLIS at phyllisjenkins.com, and we'll get you enrolled. We even have a young lady that I met when I was in Paris, France in 2012 that will be joining the class. So we're super excited to have those that are ready to release the book that God has placed inside of them. So if that is you, let's let us hear from you. And with that said, Miss Linda Ranson, we are so excited that you were able to join us. And if you have your book, we're going to have you to introduce yourself and the title of your book. And what we're doing, Linda, is you had us laughing at the conference, and you still have us laughing. Love it. Absolutely love it. But Linda, introduce yourself, your book, and just share your highlights from the conference.
Well, I am Linda Ranson, and my book is Grief, Growth, Grace, Surviving the Storm of Grief. This conference was everything for me. You just have no idea how thankful I am that you and I connected, Miss Phyllis. I always tell everyone that you have that gentle push, that undercover gangster in you.
Yes. Yep.
Because it's like you don't take no for an answer, and it's like I see it in you even when you don't see it in yourself. So you give us that little gentle push, and every time it's all great. So I first want to thank you for everything. You just have no idea. The conference for me, I was able to connect with some of the other authors. It's like I felt like I was able to gain sisters, friends. I met so many people. And I think the biggest thing for me was the second day after I did my workshop. There was a young lady that actually had a breakthrough, and she and I connected, and we have spoken. So that was really, really great for me. So that means even if it's just one that gets it and has a breakthrough and see that there is going to be light at the end of the tunnel, that was everything for me. Mm-hmm. So I would love to be able to do it again, because it was so awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me just say this, that we in the past have picked this very conference up and have taken it on the road. We have gone to Shreveport, Louisiana, which is my hometown. We've done that many times, where you all would be the ones to pick up and we go. But since the pandemic hit, we have just put that on hold right now. But don't be surprised if in the future you get a call and I say, hey, we're going on the road. Betty, if you ever want this to come to Florida, once the pandemic is gone, then we will be right there in Florida putting this on with you. So
I will make that happen.
All right. Yes. That's great. And I want to just say to anyone that's listening, if in the future you would like to have the Powerful Journey Women's Conference come to you, we are willing to do that. So just reach out to me. We've done it before, and we even went to Portland, Oregon, and that was about 5 years ago. And so it's great what God has done and what he is doing, and how he's using you, each of you, and your stories to touch the lives of others, to change lives, to impact, to inspire, to move to action those who otherwise might not have done so.
Yes, indeed.
Sounds awesome.
He has his mighty ways.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does.
He does.
He does.
So we have probably about 5 more minutes before we bring our chat to an end. I'm just going to throw these out there and y'all can jump in. What was your funniest moment? What was your most unexpected moment? What was your fill in the blank moment?
Well, I can tell you what my most funniest moment for me is when I let Faye gas me up to do something at the end, and I almost fell.
But you did.
That was probably the most famous part of it. But my kids were like, "Ma, you recovered really good."
Yes.
did that. You did.
You did. And you know what's even better than that? You didn't shy away from it day 2. You did it again, and you did it perfect. So many people would have said, "Oh, I'm not going to try that again," but not you perfected.
Look,
So.
we taped down the carpet, so I told her, "Oh, I got you this time. It's not going."
Yes.
Yeah, because when I went to step over, my foot kind of got caught, and I'm like, oh man. Everybody saw it.
Okay. I think for me, Tamika, and I'm praying for her, Tamika, that she's well. She just had me cracking up all day. I mean, every time I came around her, she had something funny to say, and it was just so fun. And I gotta let you know, Miss Donicia, that my daughter was present for the conference. She was helping with the book, and she said, "Wow." She said, when she started talking, I was like, okay, I'm listening. She said you were so forceful with it, and he caught her attention, and that was a good thing. She really enjoyed it, to be a young woman watching us, all of us do our thing, really left a tremendous impact on her, and she had a wonderful time. She thought everyone was very nice. She really enjoyed it, and she says, "Mom, I wish I had became a vendor and, you know, did my products and stuff there." I said, "Well, next time
Next
we'll
year.
get you on there. We'll get you going," because she's not she's kind of shy, but she really, really enjoyed every moment. I had a co-worker there, Faye, when you were doing your workshop. She had just lost her dad recently. And she was very, very touched. I had a coworker when I went in this morning to deliver the cookies at another one of my friends. I had a booth there for her. I delivered them for her. She said, "Wow." She's from Louisiana as well. She really enjoyed the conference. So all of the feedback has been really, really good from the guests that I invited. And Faye, you kept us on point. I understand why Phyllis chose you. Girl, you anticipate, you get it done, and you do it with such style and such grace. And I will not ever forget when I came in running a little late. You grabbed me by the hand. You said, "You missed a prayer, but I'm gonna stop and pray with you."
Aww.
So I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're gonna make me cry. You're welcome.
You know, I had my fun part was when we were practicing and we had fun.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people believe that Christians can't have fun. You know, and all Christians are not stiff. And it was so fun to see some people trying to drop it like it's hot. Say, "Go ahead." We just had a good time, and it was hilarious. I enjoyed that.
That's good. That's good.
So did I. I have to say that for me, it was, just since I had missed the practice, that, both Patricia and Faye, they just told me what to do. We practiced, we were having fun before we came out on the parade, and they just filled me with joy. I just felt joyful just parading down. The music was great. It was like, that was my highlight. It was like, let's get this party started.
Yes.
Because it was a party.
Yes. That's great. Well, you guys did indeed. You delivered. You came and did what God had called you to do. And for that, I want to say congratulations to each of you. You realized that it wasn't about you, that stories were for those that were sitting in the audience who were hurting, who needed someone to understand what they were going through. And many of your stories wrapped its arms around them and let them know that they were not alone. And that's our goal. That's our mission, That's the reason we do what we do, is to come alongside others, especially other women who think that they're walking in those shoes by themselves. But when they hear your stories and your transparency of your sharing, it lets them know that it gives them hope, it gives them joy, it gives them courage, and so much more. So I just want to say thank you again, and I want to share Haley's book with our audience. You can see that.
Upside down.
Haley, and that's the back of it with a picture of Haley.
Oh.
Haley Jones is our youngest author to date.
Yeah.
And the title of her book is Hair I Come. So that's Hair, Hair I Come. And the illustrations in this book are simply beautiful. I'll show you some. And Savannah did the illustrations. We got an opportunity to meet her at the conference. So hats off to Haley and for stepping forward as she joined the class when she was 16, had a birthday while she was there, and at 17 became our youngest published author, and we're just so excited. And this is her first book in a series of these books. She already has her next title. So, and with that said, I want to say that I believe that each of you have another book to write as well. So don't stop here. As God gives it to you, continue to write, continue to encourage others, and be encouraged yourself. So to our podcast listeners, once again, I just want to thank you for being a part of this post-conference chat today. We look forward to seeing you next week. And again, thank you for tuning in today. If you are ready to write that book, send me a message. We are ready to help you to get it published. Can everyone say goodbye to our community?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Blessings.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us today. If you are interested in being on the show, go to phyllisjenkins.com. You can also sign up for the Powerful Journey Masterclass or the Speakers Academy at phyllisjenkins.com.